Let me say thank you very much to be here. Thanks to be here. It's my first time to be here. I only went to Sweden for only the while, but it's been very helpful for me to be in this kind of meeting. I've learned a lot, and I think I'm going to carry back home a lot. First of all, I would like to tell you what I am. I myself have heard I'm Jumanta, Gakelebone. I'm a bushman, and which some other people call bushmen, and there have been some confusion between the anthropologists and different people what we are called. To maybe correct this house today, we call ourselves the Gua. That is our own native language which we speak. We call ourselves Gua, not the Bushmen. Bushmen is Ambassador and whatever names will be given by other people which we came. I come from Botswana, from an area in the remote area called the Central Kalahari Game Reserve. The game reserve was established by the British government when they were still colonizing our country in the 1960s. For having that game reserve was made for us Bushmen to stay in there to take care of the wildlife which was there. In the 1960s, but early in the 1980s, unfortunately, our government seems it's not better for the Bushmen to reside on the area, and then the campaign and the eviction started. The talks started until 1997, when the first groups was evicted from the land. How it was done is that government felt that the communities within that area were not they were not developed. They want to be taken out from the reserve and to be put to be marginalized, to be westernized, to be other Bantu speaking. The Bantu speaking are known as pastoralists and whatever. Those are the black people which came to Africa, Southern Africa, called the Bantu speakers. So the hunters and gatherers' lives was kind of like changed into something. And then we the first people of Kalahari, made an organization in 1993 called First People of Kalahari. The aim of the organization was to defend the rights of the indigenous people, or the people in the Kalahari, to campaign against anything which is going to happen, especially looking at the social, economical and cultural rights and their land rights, in which we thought that land rights was very important for them. As hunters and gatherers, there were people staying with that land harmoniously with those animals. In 2002, when our Botswana government were making statistics on wildlife animals, it has shown that animals' population have multiplied while we are staying with those animals. And then we say we are not a harm to wild animals or to wild species in the reserve. So we are happy to stay hand in hand in the same area. But unfortunately, that did not work. In 2002, when government now decided to take decision and kick everyone out of the game reserve, then when now we get involved on trying to protect those people's rights. How we did it is like this. In 2002, there was a court case between the government of Botswana and the people of the Central Kalahari Game Reserve, which it was a long case in Botswana. It took about 4 years, and have spent a lot of money on it. In which in 2006, the court ruled that those people, or Bushmen of the Kalahari, were staying on that land lawfully and constitutionally, and they could be left to go and stay back on the land and to hunt and gather onto that land. After that one, when they were allowed to go back home, then government said that I'm not going to allow you to do anything on that land. First of all, they cut the water service. They cut everything which was the service of water and make them to suffer. So we took another case again in 2011 to fight for their land rights, which also was successful. They were given chance to drill boreholes to get water in their reserve. 2013, then government comes again and say, only those people's names which appears on the court case are the ones which only get the right to stay on that land. So if I was maybe 14 or 19 or 9 or 6 months, I was not part of the legal procedure. So if I grow up and become 18, I'm not part of that land. So that was another case which also brought to say that if the 189 people which were in court been given the right to go and reside in the reserve, they were doing that on behalf of the rest of their families. So they should enjoy the same rights, in which that is the case we are still fighting even right now. Things have not changed. How we have been defending these people's rights is, we have been defending these people's rights by going to court. Sometime it's been trying to sit down with the government and to talk about what can be the positive immunities to be used to share the idea of leaving the hunters and gatherers to stay against with the animal. And we have been trying to mobilize much community in the country to know what they are and to realize that what must be important into their life. We did that by media campaigns, radio interviews, and integrating with other NGOs which deals with human rights issues. The current situation now have not even changed. We still have the battle in front because now it seems this issue is growing. It's not only on a certain portion of the country, but it's going in the whole country. Wherever there are bushmen, you will find that they are wild animals, wild animals, which they are now kicked out from. So it has been a very big challenge to us to try to show government that these people have been staying with this species for thousands and thousands of years, but there have not been a harm on them. So why can't you give them a chance, or we can sit down and discuss other ways of these people staying with these animals but not harming them. But this has not have changed anything. 3 weeks back, our government have banned hunting to the hunters and gatherers people in the country. So if you have, and it's only allowed on those who have got farms, ranches, which have captured wild animals. So if you stay in Spain or you stay in US and Germany and you've got money, you can fly to Botswana, kill an animal, bring it back here. While somebody who is there in the country really needs that animal for his own survival is not allowed to do that. So we are saying there are people at the ground which really need those animals, not for fun, but to survive, in which that is difficult. I think also this is done because for long years I've heard people talking about changes and behavioral changes and different things. The other people, communities or Bantu-speaking people, have never have any respect to the same communities. They were just treated like second classes, that people not in respect. So that grows up on people's minds. So even if I get a degree and get whatever, become a minister or a president, it cannot change because that's something which I grew up into my brain. And it's still going to take us time to change other people's minds to know or to understand what we are talking about. So it's very difficult for us at the ground, home in the country, to change people's minds. It's still going to take us some years to make people to come to understand that we are also human beings and we need to be protected. So what we ask is that we are also a species and we really like our culture and we like our way of life and how we are being. So if you extend us by pushing us around, where are we going to be found? We really love to what we are. So we also a species we need to be cared of. Thanks.